joining us, everyone who's here live or watching after the fact. I am Sophia Lucia Perillo with Garden State Film Festival. I am super excited to interview some great filmmakers once again, and it is going to be our 22nd year. Can you believe it? Garden State Film Festival has been going on for 22 years, and we're back in its original place in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and also Cranford, New Jersey. This year, we have over 200 films from 14 different countries, all various topics and categories. We got feature-length films, short films, animations, music videos, pilots, lots of great stuff. And one of the films you can check out is this amazing graduate college student short called Slobopoly. Such a cool name. I literally love saying it.
Thank you.
And here with me are these amazing artists. We have Jen Baker, who is the creator, writer, and producer of Slobopoly, and Inkwe Lee, who is the director of Slobopoly. I just wanted to say Slobopoly 2 more times because I love to say it. Guys, congratulations and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's really fun to be here and to be in your beautiful presences.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. And I love the film and I'm so excited to talk to you about the collaboration process and the making it. So yeah, let's get right into it. But first, I'd love for you to introduce yourself for me in the audience here.
Awesome. Ingwe, did you want to go first?
Oh, you can go first.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So my name is Jen Baker. I'm originally from Utah, and I grew up there loving the filmmaking process since I was a little kid. My parents were super nice, would sign me up for all the film and theater camps that there were in town. And eventually that transitioned to me attending film school at both BYU for my undergrad and Chapman University for my graduate degree. And I really fell in love with the show running process. Love both the managerial aspect that comes with it and also the ability to oversee a show in its entirety, and have really come to realize that I love stories about family, community, and spirituality.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Jen. And Inkwe, tell us about you.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Yinghui. I'm the director of Slobopoly. I'm originally from Anhui, China, and I came to the U.S. almost 3 years ago to pursue my filmmaking dream. I'm currently a third-year graduate student in the film production program with directing emphasis at Dodge College, Chapman University. Yeah, so filmmaking has been my biggest passion since high school, but I wasn't really able to pursue that for my undergrad, but it's something that always inspires me so much and motivates me. I just love telling stories about human emotions, human connections, all spectrum, all aspects of it. It's such a beautiful thing to explore. And thank you, Jen, for bringing me on board to tell this beautiful story of Slobopoly.
Amazing. Thank you both so much. And it's so cool to hear like the passions you have for filmmaking and what stories you like to tell, because it seems like Slobopoly has all of these elements. So really awesome. Jen, as the writer and creator of this film, can you tell us a little bit about Slobopoly?
For sure. So Slobopoly centers on a curmudgeon woman who's kind of been kicked while she was down in life, and has distanced herself from society and from her community, and has just kind of gone solo in a way. But that really changes when she reconnects with one of her old fifth grade students, who's now the mayor of the town, who bribes her to run for mayor so that he can win. For sure. He just needs someone to run against him, so that he can win someone who for sure will lose. But what he doesn't expect is that this is an opportunity for her to come out of her shell and reconnect with the community around her. And it's really a story about friendship and valuing the relationships of those around us.
I love it. And I mean, what was the inspiration for coming up with this very unique story?
Well, I lived in the northeastern United States for a while as a volunteer for my church, and lived there for about 18 months in the northern Pennsylvania area. And I think living in that area really taught me the value of being down to earth. Like I loved the really down to earth, humble, straightforward communities that I had the opportunity to be in. And I think it really stood out to me that some of the most genuine and important people in my life are the people who have no pretense, who people may not expect much of, but who have a lot to contribute, that other people may otherwise overlook.
Mm. And Inkwe, you were the director on this project. Have you two worked together before?
It was actually our first time collaboration.
Wow. How did you come across this project, and what attracted you to direct it?
Oh my God, it was such a beautiful and interesting story because back then, I think it was like almost 2 years, no, like a little bit more than 1 year ago, both Jen and I worked in the admissions office of Dodge College at Chapman. And one day we were having desk shift together. We're just side by side. And Jen was like, I have this pilot that I am looking for a director. Would you like to give it a read? And she pitched me the story during the shift. And I was like, it's such an interesting premise. Like, it's such an interesting concept. I like to read it. And then I just read it and I immediately fell in love with it. I just, and Jen was like, would you like to direct? I just feel so honored and flattered because we never worked before. And we were just having desk shifts together and she had so much trust in me. I just feel so honored, so flattered. And then, yeah, I said yes. And it became one of the most beautiful and most memorable film productions experience I've ever had.
Jen, I mean, why did you ask her to direct this? What about her work and or just her in general? What made you want to work with her, and especially to tell the story that you wrote?
Yeah, I think something that really stood out to me about Inghui, like the very first few shifts that we had together at work, and we're really getting to know each other, was how warm she was, how down to earth she was, and how she was a genuine friend. And I feel like that level of being genuine really stood out to me, not only on a personal level, like we just had dinner for Lunar New Year last night for fun, but for also from a creative standpoint, being able to really empathize with and just care about the people who are on screen.
Mhm. Well, I love that. And so, what were producing this, Jen? What went into producing this? How did you find the rest of the crew and this amazing cast that we see in Slobopoly?
For sure. So I was able to take a little more of the creative producing role. I was in the what's now called the showrunner program at Chapman, and I was also working with an awesome person named Con Berkant, who is my line producer. And really, I think a lot of the crew came from first people that Inghui knew from her production program, people that she had come to trust and respect, and also some previous connections from my undergraduate program. Like, for example, our composer was the composer for my undergraduate thesis, and got to stay in touch with him. His name is Sam Clausen, very amazing human being. And overall, I think it was just about assembling a group of people that not only were creatively reliable and good at what they do, but also could work together in a positive way.
Right. And who was your DP too? Like, there was it's just beautiful, beautiful camera work.
A big shout out to Frank Xu. Frank is one of the DPs in my year in the film production program with cinematography emphasis. He is one of the best.
Right. And the cast as well. They killed it. How did we cast this, and what was the auditioning process like?
Love the casting process. Casting is always one of my favorite processes. We had an amazing casting director named Jenna Sung. She is super lovely, undergraduate student at Chapman. We held multiple casting sessions via Breakdown Express, and Breakdown Services, and kind of found these three relatively quickly. Something that stood out to me about each of them were how they had this level of authenticity and weren't trying to be super over the top, that it was that you really got the sense that they in some shape or form were these characters in a way.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. So authentic and really just grounded in those roles, and funny too. Like they were all just, it was so entertaining, every part of this. What are your hopes for this film, especially when our audiences at Garden State Film Festival watch it? What do you hope they take away from watching Slobopoly?
Yeah, I would hope that people take away a sense of wanting to be kinder to the people around them, and also wanting to bring out the best in those around them. I think one of the main themes of the film is being able to see the good things about people that others may overlook. And I think being able to recognize other people's potential and value is an important core part of the story. Ingwei, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, I totally agree. And I remember in Jen's pitch, she mentioned something like everybody has something unique to contribute, and it might be something that is least expected from other people. Like, for example, the the lady in Slobopoly. I'm so looking forward to see what's coming after the pilot, how she actually comes out of her shell to reconnect with all her friends she has cold shouldered to for so many years. How she actually puts her community together and actually run for mayor. So yeah, it's something so beautiful about reconnecting with your community, with your friends, and contribute to them in your own unique way.
Yeah. Inkway, I definitely want to ask you too before we end, what was important when directing this story, especially telling someone else's script? You know, how were you able to work with Jen, and what was important when directing Slobopoly?
Yeah, it was a very fun process working with Jen. Because first of all, I want to do justice to the story, to the characters. I Jen and I had so many like story sessions, character sessions, just to talk about their characters, their backstory, just their daily life. What do they like to do every on daily basis? Um, and I would take from there and have give it my own creative input, and also with the DPs, how we designed the shots and everything. But in the end, I would still like talk to Jen to make sure that it was the version of the characters that she imagined in her heart. And we it's so many creative sessions that we had that each time we were just discovering more and more depth to the characters. It was so fun.
Amazing.
If
Yeah.
I can put in a quick plug for Ingwei, something that I, not only being a good friend, but I loved how intuitive of a director she is, and I don't know if she appreciates how intuitive she is with these things. Like, I remember we were doing a location scout at the trailer location, which is very tight, very small. Not a whole lot of room whatsoever. You could probably like reach out with your arms and touch both sides. But while we were there, I remember this moment where Ingwei was like, "It's tight, but let's just put a mirror here. That way we can expand the space, shoot it like this, use the space a lot more." And I was like, wow, I never would have thought of that in a million years. I thought it was so genius. And I think just small little intuitive choices like that really make Ingwei stand out as a director.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. To be honest, mirror is definitely one of my favorite props to using. So it's like literally in all of my films.
I
Yeah.
love seeing a good mirror use in films. I have to admit with that. So many uses for it too. So many
Yeah,
things a mirror can do.
definitely.
So I know that this is under like the graduate student short film category, but this is a pilot. So what is next for Slobopoly? Do we have the rest of the series written? Are we already making it? Like what's coming next?
Yeah, so I have a full 30-minute, half-hour pilot written, and I would love the opportunity to share it with people. Ideally, I think it would be great to do a full version of the pilot, and if we could get it picked up somewhere, I would be very happy.
Amazing. I hope so too. Hopefully someone at Garden State Film Festival will watch this and want to contact you. And because I'm left wanting more for sure, especially these characters. I want to see where their lives go. And last question for you guys is, I know that we're unfortunately we can't make the Garden State Film Festival. We're still hoping Inkway can be there. But what have you heard about this festival, and why is it so important for it to exist and for Slobopoly to screen here this year?
For sure. Inkway, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I just feel like, first of all, I've never been to New Jersey, so I'm so excited. I'm still trying my best to make it to New Jersey, and I just love how diverse the voices the festival brings on, all the categories, all the filmmakers, and I love how much the festival cares about filmmakers, like the interviews we're doing and the stories, the reviews they do about all the stories, and they care about student filmmakers too. That's something I really appreciate.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Thank you. I love that.
I really love, like you were saying at the beginning, like with 200 films in the slate this year, that you can really see such a broad variety of content from such a broad variety of voices. And I think being able to have the exposure to all of these different voices in a very inviting, like for example, this event, so sweet. Thank you so much for having us, in such an inviting way, helps it to really leave more of a lasting impact on audiences.
Amazing. Guys, thank you so much. I mean, it's such a pleasure to get to talk to you both. It's incredible just seeing your love for filmmaking and this pilot, this film. I'm so excited for our audiences at Garden State Film Festival to watch it. Let me tell them how they can see it. It will be screening Saturday, March 23rd. The film block starts at 2:30 p.m. in Asbury Lanes. Definitely come check it out. Thank you both again for taking the time out to talk to me about it. Congratulations. And I can't wait to see more of your work and hopefully more of Slobopoly. I hope this series continues.
We agree.
Yes. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful
Yeah.
day. And hopefully I get to see
Thank
you at the festival.
you.
Yes, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time today.
Oh, me too. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
having
Very
us.
welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.